Hey, welcome back to our channel. I'm Dave at Canuck Dave Disc Golf. Glad you could join us. Hey, if you haven't already, please stop and hit subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell so you know when we drop our new videos. Appreciate it a lot. Thanks. Today, we're going to try a new video challenge. And one aspect of your disc golf game, if you want to improve it, is having an equally good backhand and forehand shots on the course so in any different situation you can feel confident and have different options and angles to make good shots. But how do you improve that? Well, you can go out to a field and throw all kinds of different shots, but there's kind of nothing like actually doing it in a competition as well. So what we're going to do today is try a forehand versus backhand challenge. It'll be a little unique. Before we get into that, if I had to critique my game right now, I'm able to throw both forehand and backhand shots in many situations. From both forehand and backhand, I can probably throw good flat to hyzer shots, but my flex or anhyzer shots are where I need to improve. And maybe this challenge will be helpful for that. The rules are, we're going to be going to just doing 9 holes, the back 9 of a local course here called Raptor's Knoll here in Aldergrove, British Columbia. It's an amazing, fairly new course here, which is one of the most popular courses here in Western Canada already. You can check it out on UDisc. And for tee-offs and all shots until we get inside circle 2, I can only throw from either the backhand or the forehand. And we'll add up the scores and see where we end up. Is the forehand or the backhand more successful? Okay, so for the backhand Dave versus forehand Dave challenge, I will be doing backhand Dave. I will be throwing only backhand shots until inside circle 2 and hopefully defeating forehand Dave, who I want to introduce you to right now. Mr. Forehand Dave, here he is. Hey, nice glasses. Wow, thank you. Nice hat. Hey, thanks a lot, and thanks for the invite for the challenge. Hey, you know you're only shooting forehand shots, and inside circle 2, you can putt, and may the best Dave win. All right, our challenge is going to be here in Aldergrove, British Columbia at a new course for our channel, Raptor's Knoll. 18-hole course. We're going to be playing the front 9. There are red, blue, and gold tee-offs with 2 alternate disc locations. We're going to be playing the reds. And the first hole is a par 4, 367 in the A position, down and to the right. And I am throwing the Majesty from Discmania. And unfortunately that disappears a bit into the white background, but it's up there pretty good. Forehand Dave is going to be playing one of my mystery box Discmania discs, a DD2 G-Line, which I'm really enjoying throwing. So we're going to try this with a forehand to tee off. Good release. The green is just right of that big tower, which that disc kind of hops off of there.
I almost got stuck on the top of that tower.
Here we are putting for an eagle on this hole. Nice layup. All right. And forehand Dave is putting for a nice eagle as well.
Oh, that was the one I didn't want to hit.
Classic no CM branch. Now following up with a birdie putt.
Oh, banked in.
Lots of early emotion in this grudge match between forehand and backhand Dave. Backhand Dave to keep pace. So we have a birdie start off hole 1 on to hole number 2, which is actually a temporary hole. There's been lots of rain here in British Columbia, and so this hole, normally a par 4, off to the right, dogleg right, is going to be straight ahead downhill. You can see the basket there about 175 feet downhill. Throwing my AVR backhand. Forehand Dave is pulling out the west side harp. Gonna flex it in there. There is out of bounds just past the basket.
I think it held on.
We will see. Forehand Dave did stay just inbounds. A little tricky putt here. Through some branches. Sinks it for the birdie.
Jonas, I went right through this area right here.
Jonas again is on the camera doing great yeoman's work and doing all the video editing, which is amazing. Thanks, Jonas. Backhand Dave, about the same distance. Birdie, birdie start.
Birdie, birdie.
There we go. All right, on to hole number 3. It's kind of a tunnel wood shot. 171 feet in the A position. You want to shoot it down there. It's kind of an advantage for the backhand shot. Using my Exo Link Extra Soft. Great shot. I'll take that. You can see the basket there on the left.
Not bad.
Pulling out the harp again. I've never thrown a forehand on this hole before, so this will be a new shot for me. I think I got the good angle on that. We'll see where it ended up.
I'm happy with that shot.
Well, both putting for birdie. Backhand Dave to start. Just circles edge. Had to straddle putt there because of the trees.
3 for 3.
Good start. And forehand Dave just a little closer. Also a straddle putting here. And in. 3 down for each competitor.
Backhand Dave.
Trash talking early on in the round. We'll see how it works. Hole 4. Par 3, A position. Uphill. Probably plays at another 20 or so feet onto the distance, playing uphill. It's definitely more of a forehand hole. I'll be trying my magician here. Flex shot attempting. Started off too far right, and it looks like it could be in some trouble back behind some trees there. Breaking out my G-Star Firebird here for the forehand flex shot. Starts off on a good angle. Up on the putting surface. We'll see how close it got.
Hunting for bird.
All right, backhand Dave is in jail here. The only thing he could really do is a roller, cut it too close, and that's not going to help. It's behind a tree again. Can't even see the basket. Have to go a hyzer up and around. And laying up for the first bogey of the round, backhand Dave. Leaving the opening first opening of the round for forehand Dave. About a circle's edge 30 to 33 foot putt for a birdie. It's in the hole. 4 for 4 for forehand Dave. Coming in, people were saying...
Forehand Dave's en fuego.
People are saying forehand Dave might be the underdog, but he's taking the early lead here. On to hole 5. Set up normally as a par 5. It's in neither of those positions. We have a temporary basket down the fairway and then left into the woods. So it's probably more of a backhand favorable position. Using the C-line PD to tee off here. And it's to the left of those woods in the middle there. Decent shot, decent shot. We'll see what backhand Dave can do here. He's using his Star Destroyer, trying to flex around those trees and end left. Looking nice. He's set up much better for the attacking for the birdie.
Nailed it.
All right, forehand Dave, after surveying the options, really went for the tomahawk, was the best option with the Star Orc. Skips up there. Gonna have a long birdie putt with some trees around.
The second and third trees. We'll see how good of an aim I am.
Upshot to get within birdie range here with the harp.
Ooh.
Yes. Looking good. All right, forehand Dave has a bunch of trees. He can only do a hyzer shot up high around, trying to get close, perhaps get lucky. Not a bad effort. But it looks like it's going to be par for Forehand Dave on this hole. Backhand Dave, just a tap in. Catches a stroke up, only one back now after 5 holes. All right, just one stroke separating Forehand and Backhand Dave. This is an uphill in the A position, 282 feet. Add another 20 to 30 feet for the uphill. It's Backhand Dave who's going to be starting up first. He's got the box. He's using a Star Corvette. Trying to bring it left to right. A little too much ante on that. And finished a little shorter than he would have liked. Forehand Dave back to the C-line PD. Nice move on that disc. Skidding up there, just probably 40, 45 feet for the eagle putt.
Forehand Dave. Putting for eagle.
He's excited. A little too far out of my jump putt range, so threw it backhand, yanked it into the tree. Not a great shot, leaving me with a circle's edge putt for a birdie. Here's the eagle putt for Forehand Dave. It's a little uphill.
Get it uphill.
Did not give it the right angle, but we'll tap in for a birdie.
Well, I'll take a bird.
Forehand Dave's breathing heavy. He's working hard. So here's Backhand Dave to clean up his birdie. Again, a straddle putt because of the tree there. Leaving it short. Gonna par this one.
Uphill into consideration.
So he's gonna drop 2 strokes back. A Forehand Dave with, I think, 3 holes to play. Hole 7. This is favoring the backhand shot. There's, as you can see on there, there's a hazard on the right in the bark mulch, so you want to steer clear of that. The flex shot, you don't want to end up right, so Forehand Dave flexed it a little too far left.
A little safe.
I believe he's in bounds, but it's going to be a 30-foot putt for birdie. Advantage, Backhand Dave with the harp. Coming in nice, just short. But parked, it looks like, for a birdie. So advantage, Backhand Dave.
Might have had it.
Here we are, about 30-foot, 35-foot putt for birdie. Just off the band. So we're kind of going back and forth here. Looks like Forehand Dave is giving up a stroke on this pretty easy hole, but it is more easy for the backhand shot. So Backhand Dave took full advantage, picked up the stroke he needed, and now has the box and is still just 1 stroke back with 2 holes to play. This is kind of the signature hole signature hole, I should say, here of Raptor's Knoll. Uphill course, beautiful landscaping. There's hazards both left and right of those rocks straight ahead if you end up short of the basket. Using the Buzz SS to tee off. Not my best effort.
Stop short of the hazard.
So Forehand Dave's going back to the PD C line. Hopefully going to try and get it up there on the putting surface. Fading out. Pin high. Just right of the green.
I'll take that. And inbound.
All right. Up shot. Fading a little left, just hanging on and not dipping into the hazard, which would have been not a good result. So Backhand Dave ended up in the hazard. This is for par. And it looks like Backhand Dave is going to have to settle for a bogey here on this semi-challenging hole. Leaving Forehand Dave with a huge opportunity now to kind of put a nail in the coffin, which he let slip away. Gonna have to take a par. Not good for forehand Dave, but good for the drama of the round.
That was a tricky putt. So we both got bogeys there.
So we're coming down to the last hole. One stroke separating the two competitors. Backhand Dave is leading off, and this is clearly an advantage for a backhand player. Open right-hand side, trees on the left. Pulling out the AVR for the tee-off. Backhand Dave comes through. Parks the course, parks the hole. Pulling out the harp here, flex shot demanding here. Looking pretty good. Faded out the end.
I'll take that.
We'll see what type of putt. It's actually a circle's edge putt again. This is for the challenge win. Oh, heartbreak. Hits the change, teeters on the rim, and out.
That was in. Obviously not.
Well, it looks like it may be moving.
It's like kissing your sister.
That's right. We're going to be going to extra holes. Backhand Dave parked this hole for the tie. It's in the hole. And we are going to move on to some extra holes here. Decided to go to start. First hole of sudden death. 18th hole, 285 feet. Out of bounds on the left-hand side of this hole. Trees on the right. Definitely a favor for a forehand shot. Backhand Dave leads off with the Buzz SS. Not a bad effort. Just short of that large rock, which is about 40-45 feet to the hole. C-line PD, forehand shot. Pretty good. Getting up there, looks like it's fairly close. Advantage, forehand Dave. About a 45-footer. Trying to keep pace. Backhand Dave's cleaning up for the par. Not a bad score, but forehand Dave about 25 feet in the puddle for the win. Nails it. So the final score, forehand Dave -5, backhand Dave -4. Thanks for watching. In this competition, backhand Dave came up one stroke short and forehand Dave ended up winning the competition. It was a real good challenge. Having a chance to throw much more different shots from both backhand and forehand was helpful in my game. Hey, in the comment section below, let us know how you think you would do if you had a competition between your forehand and backhand. And also in the comments, would love to hear from you. If you like this idea, if you'd like us to try this one again or try a different competition, we'd love to hear that. Please like and subscribe. And just to wrap up the video, we are going to now hand out the prize for the forehand versus backhand Dave competition. Hey, did we end up deciding what that prize was going to be, backhand Dave? I think we did agree that the prize was going to be a kiss from backhand Dave's wife. Wow, how'd you get such a beautiful wife, backhand Dave? I think it was my personality. That makes sense. Thanks for watching.